Hello FPL champs, it's Rocco here, and in this video guys I'll be sharing with you the best FPL differential team. So if you're behind in your mini leagues or you're trying to finish top 10k, top 100k, make sure you watch this video till the end. I'll be sharing with you a high risk, high reward team. If you are in top 10k or if you are winning the league, then you can just go with like the main picks, like captaining Son or having James, Laporte, Alexander-Arnold, the high percentage, highly owned players in your team, and you'll protect your rank, or if you're winning the league, you'll carry on winning the league. But if you are behind in your mini leagues, if you're 15, 20 points behind top 10k, then you can take some risks and try to be aggressive and try to finish as high as possible. So in this video guys, I'll share with you the best players from stats point of view and from your eye test and just my opinion watching football and loving football. So I'll share with you the best players and share with you in my opinion, the best FPL differential team for GW38 that can get you those gains that you're looking for. And then guys, I'll share with you my opinion, my thoughts on my team guys. So currently I'm back in top 100k. If you have been watching our channel, thank you for supporting us. Like I said, it was my dream to start an FPL channel and help you guys achieve the best ranks you can and build an amazing community. When I started this channel a couple of months ago, I was in the top 80k. I was hoping for like potentially even a 10k, top 10k, top 50k finish. But then since I started this YouTube channel, my rank just started getting worse and worse. But luckily guys, we're back in the top 100k, and at the moment I don't know if I want to keep hold of my rank, go with the bring Son in and go captain Son, and I'll more than likely finish in the top 100k, or shall I be really adventurous and try and finish a bit higher up. In my opinion, finishing top 100k is something that I've always wanted to do. I said when I started this channel, if you follow me, you should be very close to finishing top 100k. If you follow the advice that I give, I'm not saying copy my team, you should finish the top 100k. So it would be really bad if I just lose my my top 100k streak that I've had for a few seasons now. So that's why I'll share with you my thoughts, and what made complicated my team is Son's price went up. I was keeping a close eye on Son's price, and I didn't think it was going to go up, and unfortunately Son's price went up. So if I go Son's price went up, and I can't do Zaha to Son, and I really don't want to take a -4, so it's maybe I have to go a bit differential and go a bit aggressive and maybe go without Son. But at the moment I'll probably take a -4 and find a way to get Son in, because Son's at the moment Son's ownership, where's Son's ownership? Son's ownership 33%, but with captaincy I'm expecting Son's ownership to be over 150, 170% even. So if you don't own Son and Son bangs, and which I think he can, being a Spurs fan, and I even want him to win the golden boot, but maybe bang a hat-trick and win the golden boot with Salah being injured. So I don't really want to back against Son, but I'll talk about my team at the end of the video. Let's talk about the FPL, the best differential team. So I have gone for this team. There are other players you can bring in. So in my previous video I talked about stats, the people with the highest stats, the players with the highest stats that can get you the most points. This is a watch list of players you can pick from, but from a differential point of view, I think this team will be hard to beat. I think this team will do really well. So Lloris in goal against Norwich. I think Lloris is probably most likely to get a clean sheet after Alisson, but Alisson's price is quite high, so you probably couldn't afford him. If you did get him, you won't be able to afford some of the other players. So I have gone for Lloris. I think Lloris would be a really good pick. So if you are free hitting, or if you can get him in, Lloris would be a must-have in my opinion in any team. So if you are looking for an FPL differential, I would definitely look to get Lloris in. So Lloris would be my goalkeeper. I think that's pretty much a given. I wouldn't look to change it. There's one option of Fabianski. He could do well as well. He has got Brighton. Again, Brighton are not the best. They're not the best team to score lots of goals, so he could be another option, but I'm fairly set on Lloris. In defense, so I'm going against Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, so that is a big pick, I suppose, not going with them, but having Matip should cover us, and Matip has been probably my best player. Matip has helped me, I was 150k. Matip has been the player that helped me get back into the top 100k with a couple of goals he scored and a couple of clean sheets. So Matip is a player that could really protect you against that. So it's slightly differential, but not too much risk, because if Liverpool do keep a clean sheet, I'm pretty sure Matip will play and you'll be covered. So Alonso would be a player that I would have. I would definitely have one of Alonso or James. And I know I talk about differentials, but you don't want to go against Alonso or James against Watford. I think Watford is probably the worst team defensively. They'll concede the most goals. I think Chelsea can have a field day against Watford, so I definitely have one of Alonso, and you could play with it. This is a team I've picked. You could play with, maybe downgrade one of players and maybe play Alonso. I'm tempted to even not play Cancelo, but I think just Aston Villa, Man City might keep a clean sheet. Man City will try to put a show on, and they really might do well. So I don't really want to go without any Man City player. And if I had to go with any one Man City player, it would be Cancelo. He can get you an attacking return. He can keep you a clean sheet. So I'd really want to have a one Man City defender in there. And Cancelo is a player that you can't not go wrong with. He's been one of the best players. Then the next one again is Sessegnon. He's playing Norwich. He's very low on what's his ownership, less than 1%. I think it will be up to 5% because there are going to be managers bringing Sessegnon in because he is very likely to play with Reguilon's injury. He's going to keep a clean sheet. If I had to back against a clean sheet, he'll keep a clean sheet, and he does go in and attack, and he's very likely to get you an assist or even a goal. So Sessegnon is a must-have if you are going for a free hit or if you want to bring a differential defender in. I would definitely go for Sessegnon. In midfield, I'm going for Mane. Mane is a huge player. I think last season, Mane outscored Salah in the last game week, and that was a big differential. The person that won FPL last year, it was because of Mane, because he captained Mane when everyone else captained Salah, and Mane banged 2 goals. So if you are looking for that differential team with Salah being injured, I would definitely put Mane in there. Find a way to get Mane in, and he could be the player that pushes you really up the ranks. I'll talk about captaincy as well, but Mane would be in my team, and Mane's ownership is quite low as well. 4%. That good of a player, 4% is ridiculous. The only reason he's so less owned is only because of Salah, because everyone just picks Salah, and why not? Because Salah is an absolute legend. I'd get Madison in. You guys already know Southampton, when they crumble, they do crumble. If I don't think they've had a 10-0 or 8-0 this season. They've had few of them big batterings past few seasons, and I think Leicester scored 9 against them once. So I'd wanna get a Leicester player. And Madison is in amazing form. He's an amazing player. And I'd find a way to get Madison in, so I'd have him in my team. Mount, he's been rested twice now, and if he wasn't rested, I think I'd be in the top 18, top 70k even. So in a double game week, Mount not playing has really hurt me. Alexander Arnold, I was maybe not expecting it, but I thought it could happen, and I wasn't that hurt from it. But Alexander Arnold, Mount not playing has been really hurt me, and I didn't have any bench to cover him as well. And those 2-3 points or even 4 points, if he just played, I think if he played, he would have at least got an assist or a goal, and that would have pushed me towards 80 or even 70k, and that would have helped me for a potential riskier differential this week and go for that top 50k finish. But I think he'll play, makes him even a captaincy option. So Son is the absolute legend, and even if you're going for a differential team, you might want to go for Son captain, because I think, it's like a fairy tale thing because I'm a Spurs fan. I think Kane, if Spurs are winning 2-0, let's say Kane gets a goal, Son gets a goal, and I think Son needs to score 2 goals to win the Golden Boot, or 3 goals, and do we get a penalty? I think Kane will let Son take a penalty, and I would back Son to score a penalty, win the Golden Boot, secure the top 4 for us. That will be a dream come true. So I really hope, that's why I want to go differential, but even if you go differential, bring Son in. So, I'm struggling to not have Son in my team, and, considering taking a -4 and taking a -4, especially at last game week of the season, is never a good idea. But the only reason I'm considering it is because I want to have Son captain. So, Son will be a must-have in my team. So, like I said, there are a few players that are must-have. So, a Liverpool defender, a Chelsea defender, Son, they're like must-haves in your team. And like I said, I'm going differential, but you could still try and get Alexander Arnold in, and you could maybe play Luis Diaz. That's another option. Again, that's a differential option as well. And I'll talk about a few different options, but I would have Son in, just to summarize what I was rambling on about. Finally, Lukaku and Vardy. Lukaku's ownership is very low. Lukaku hasn't really banged that well, but I think Lukaku could come and do some madness in the last game week. So if you are looking for a why I've already got Lukaku here. But yeah, if you are looking for a player, look to get Lukaku in, guys, because Lukaku could be a massive differential. And if I was like, let's say, um, 20k and I was trying to get in the top 10k, I would probably captain Lukaku. Lukaku against Watford, he's very likely to start. He's been starting the last few games. He's been, trying to get back into the team. He can get you those 2-3 goals, a big scoring player. So I would get Lukaku in. His ownership would be very low. And then finally, Jamie Vardy. There's not much to say about Vardy. Same as Madison. He's an amazing player. If you are looking to get a player in that got a really high potential, and some of these players might not get you a return, but if they do, they're the players that can get you even not 20 points, but you know what I mean, like double digits, 10-15 points very easily. So that is the reason why I've got all these players that are here have very high ceilings. So when you are going for a differential pick, you want to pick players with very, very high ceilings. So that will be my differential team. If you want to play around with it, there's a couple of options. So one option that you can easily do is get Diaz in. So he's a bit cheaper than Mane, and then instead of Matip, you could probably play Robertson, or you could even afford Alexander-Arnold. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can even afford Alexander-Arnold. So that is an option that you can pick, guys. If you are looking for a slightly different option, you can go for this. You could go for Foden. I'm not a big fan of Foden. I prefer the Liverpool players, but if you want to go for Foden, his ownership is less, you can easily go for Foden. So these are a couple of options you can play around with. If I want to share with you a couple more players, Ericsson could be a very big differential, very cheap as well, against Leeds, who concede a lot from free kicks and set pieces. You can get Tony in. He's a captain. He's a penalty, sorry, not captain. He's a penalty taker for the name's just literally completely gone up my head. Brentford, and if Leeds aren't best at keeping clean sheets, so he could Leeds will have to come out and try and win as well, especially if Burnley is drawing with the goal difference, and Tony can get a few goals. So these are a couple of players. Barnes and Kulusevski could be two other differential picks you can go for. Cucurella, he's I think got. Who's he got? I'm sure there's a reason why I put Cucurella in my team. He hasn't got an easy. He's playing West Ham, so maybe not a best pick because West Ham will likely to score. And Antonio could be an option as well. I mean, one of my options is if I come back to my team, I could bring in Antonio, and Antonio, if you've been playing FPL for a while, Antonio is an absolute legend, and Antonio is someone you always want to have in your team. And I can easily do that team transfer, so I can get Son in for Zaha, and I could bring in Antonio, so that could be an easy transfer for me. So I'm tempted by that. So a few transfers I could do. I could just bring in Lukaku. I know I've been going on about Lukaku, and the only risk is if I had Son in my team, I'd gamble, but not having Son in my team, it's just really makes me worried. I mean, if I could do this, like, I don't want to take Kane off. I'm going to keep Kane in my team just because Kane is an absolute legend. But I could, take, if I didn't have Kane in my team, I probably wouldn't be as worried. I just really want Son, and maybe as a Spurs fan, I just have that dream that Son's going to do really well, and, you shouldn't really bring your affection to FPL decision, but FPL is for fun as well. It's not just for FPL is not just all about data, and if it's not fun, then why are we playing FPL? At the end of the day, you want to finish as high as possible, you want to win your mini leagues, but at the end of the day, it's all about fun as well. So if you ask me the team that I'm leaning towards most, so I'm leaning towards this. I'm gonna play 5 at the back. I'm leaning towards bringing in Alonso and doing Zaha to Son. So that is because I do think that Aston Villa is very likely to score because Man City is going to play they always play all out attack. You already know how they play. So I'm very, very tempted to do this. So if you ask me, gun to my head, I'm most likely to play this. And I don't think Richarlison will play because he's been having some injury doubts. So that is most likely my team. And the second, and I'm not giving you an answer, this decision will come down right till the end, and taking Mount off because I don't really want to take a -4, and then me doing a -4 is not bringing me a player because Laporte could easily hold. He could get a headed goal. So bringing in Alonso, and Watford could score. I do think Watford will score. I think Chelsea will score a few. I think it'll be like a 4-2, 5-1 maybe, or something like that. I could just do Mount to Son, and that could be my team. Saka, he'll play. He'll likely to get you, he's on penalties. Zaha's on penalties. He might get your return. I wouldn't play him. Sorry, Gordon. I'll play Kulusevski. Kulusevski is likely to play, and he can get you a big score. So those are the two options, guys. Let me know what you think. I could go differential. You know, I could go for someone like Lukaku. And that could be a very, very differential pick. And I am tempted by it. I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very tempted by it. And it doesn't make me take a -4, but that means I go against Son. And for me to protect my 100k, if Son bangs, I'm not going to get my 100k. So that is the only reason why I'm leaning towards bringing Son on. And because if Son is in, even if I don't do a very good game week, even if I get a red arrow, I'm very likely to finish in the top 100k. So I know it doesn't sound fun, but I think I'm going to bring Son in, and I might take a -4 and bring another midfielder in if I like a midfielder. But for me, the most likely move is probably going to be Mount to Son or Son to Zaha and a -4. So that's the team, guys. Let me know what you guys think. What is your most favorite differential pick? And guys, it's probably my last video until next season. Next time I speak to you guys, I'll probably have my camera, graphics, and everything ready, and it will show face, and it will be a really nice video. But let me know what you guys think. That's the video. That's my best differential team. And before I go, guys, what is your #1 player? What is the main player you think that can bang this week? So comment below your favorite player for this game week. So thank you very much. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon with another great video. Thank you very much.